welcome back to our channel, and that is Double Click Academy, your ultimate online lessons. Today we are going to look at that is something so familiar, and that is in Excel, and we are going to look at that is basically how to use the if function. Sometimes you might be having your data set in Excel and you'll be having a lot of issues, that is maybe to grade it or to categorize it in whichever way that you want it. You might be interested in maybe giving it some ranges, and you realize it becomes a little bit tricky if you don't have the capabilities of using the if function. So we are going to start straight away with how we are going to deal with that. So we start by first of all opening up that is our Excel sheet. And now when we open up our Excel sheet, it means you should be having some data set or data that you're supposed to use for your grading or for your kind of categorization, whichever way you want to use it. So it means we shall have to get some data set or data that we are going to use for that purpose. So we can do that in a short while. So you realize that is maybe the data that we need to grade, and you realize these are students, or could be any students, marks, could be people's ages, it could be number of children, depending on the data set that you have. So you can categorize it or range it or grade it in whichever you want it. So now here in our example, we basically have some kind of information. We have the serial number, we have the registration number, we have the surname of the student, we have other names, we have a program code, and then we have a paper code that is up there, which we can see up from here. So it means this is the course unit or a paper code that those students are doing. So we have also their marks here, and then this other column we have left it for grading. Now when you look at from the below part of it, you realize that we have the gradings. The gradings are already provided for, so it means we only have to do it in a systematic and an automated way in Excel. So how do we do that? So while grading, we know that in Excel we start with the equal sign. And from the equal sign, we are saying we are using the if function. So it means we shall first type there the if, and then we open up the brackets. After opening up the brackets, from here they are telling you to put the logical test. And that logical test is either true or it's false. So what we are going to do then, after opening the bracket, we say if it's 90, we don't put the 90, but we click on the cell. If this is because we are having here, if it is greater than or equals to 80, it's greater than or equals to 80, or equals to 80, what we are going to do, we are giving it, we are saying 80, comma, we are giving it a D. So we shall open the quotation, and that is a A, I mean not a D. That one is done. Then the other one, comma, if we are now going to the second one, second grading, if the same, if this time is greater than or equals to 70, becomes a E. Comma, we are having another if it is still is greater than or equals to 60, we are giving it a C. And then there is also if this is greater than or equals to 50. We are giving it a B. If the F3 still is greater than or equals to 50, we are saying that one will make it a D. Since the D is the second last and the last one is the F below 50, we now just put a comma because that is like otherwise. If it's none of the above, then it becomes F. So that is like otherwise, it's an F. So what we are saying from here is that if F3 is greater than or equals to 80, we give it an F. If it's greater than or equals to 70, we give it a B. If it's greater than or equals to 60, we give it a C. If it's greater than or equals to 50, we give it a D. Otherwise, if it's none of the above, we give it F. Then now we remember we have been opening the brackets. We can count the number of brackets that we have opened, and then we close with the same number of brackets. Or you just keep on closing until you see the black closing bracket. That one will mean that is the last one. So there are 4 open brackets, and then there are also 4 closing brackets. And then we click, and now there it has already graded, and then we pull it down. It grades accordingly. So thank you for listening, and that is basically that about the if function. And in case of anything, you can still give a comment down below our video so that we shall be in position to understand what exactly you want to tell us. Thank you.